welcome back. It is Mornings with Pat Kreitlow on 98.9 WXCO. Online at WXCO.FM, mobile devices, and Alexa by searching WXCO, and on the Civic Media app. Well, sports-wise, Milwaukee Brewers are staying red hot. The Crew defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 5-2 yesterday. The Brewers have now won 7 games in a row. So a great weekend, and they would look to continue the winning ways tonight when they open up a 3-game series in Cincinnati, taking on the Reds. So Brewers' hottest team in Major League Baseball with 7 wins in a row. Meantime, the Wisconsin Woodchucks, they brought out the big bats as the Woodchuck season got underway last week. And yesterday, they were able to put up 20 runs in a game as they were able to knock off Fond du Lac by a score of 20-2 yesterday afternoon at Athletic Park in Wausau.
That's impressive.
Yes, it is, because in the first 6 games of the season, they scored a grand total of 38 runs, and then they scored 20 yesterday in getting the W. And they got a lot of the runs late. They got 10 runs in the bottom of the 8th. So, I mean, it was 10 runs up to that point, and then they got 10 more runs in the bottom of the 8th. So the Woodchucks able to get the W yesterday. So the Woodchucks, what is their record so far? I don't even know what their record is. They are 4-3 now on the season.
Nice.
They travel to Fond du Lac for the second game of the series tonight at 6:35. High school sports, and a number of the games that were scheduled for tomorrow have been moved to today. In high school baseball, Wausau West will be in Menominee, a game that was supposed to be played yesterday, but because the weather looking very iffy tomorrow, the game has been moved to later this afternoon, and I will be heading to Menominee for that Division I regional semifinal. Coverage will begin with the pregame show at 4:50 and the first pitch at 5 p.m. That's Wausau West baseball in Menominee coming up later today right here on 98.9 WXCO, online at WXCO.FM, mobile devices, and Alexa by searching WXCO. A number of the games have not been moved, but I would say that if you're somebody that is thinking of going to follow your team, make sure you stay up to speed. Make sure that those games have not been moved either to today, or just keep an eye on the weather then tomorrow if your team's playing then. DC Everest is 2 games away from a trip to state in high school softball, and DC Everest has a sectional semifinal against Chippewa Falls. That game has been moved as well. It was supposed to be played tomorrow at DC Everest. Instead, it will be played today at DC Everest. Evergreen's number 1 seed in their bracket, Chippewa Falls number 5 seed. 5 p.m. over at the softball diamond at DC Everest. Winner of that game will take on the winner of the game between New Richmond and Menominee in the sectional championship round on Thursday. But again, if you're somebody that is, thinking, hey, the game is tomorrow, make sure you check. Make sure that it's not being moved up, because I think a lot of these teams are probably thinking about trying to make sure that they don't take the chance that tomorrow looking like pretty much a washout in many areas of Wisconsin. So we're going to see a number of games today, and some teams are still going to try to make it good tomorrow as well. All right, well, let's finish things off here this morning with our number for the day quiz.
Yes.
I mentioned Senator Ernst from the state of Iowa letting us know that everybody dies. Breaking news right there. Yes, we all die, but hey, we would rather die at 90 rather than 40. I mean, it's like, again, Johnny Ernst really. So
frustrating.
All right, so healthcare coverage is our topic for the number for the day. And this bill that has been passed by the House of Representatives last week is going to be looked at by the United States Senate this week. The big, beautiful bill being put forth by Donald Trump and the GOP. As part of this bill, and a number for the day is, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, how many low and moderate income people would lose health care coverage and become uninsured under the House Republicans' sweeping and draconian health care agenda. So roughly how many
Okay.
Low and moderate income people would be losing their health benefits and become uninsured under the House Republicans' sweeping and draconian health care agenda. This, again, is according to the group Center on Budget Policy Priorities. Your choices.
What are the choices?
Okay, your choices are roughly 10 million low and moderate income people, roughly 15 million, or roughly 20 million.
Oh, boy.
So that's a big number, no matter which of the numbers it is.
10 million, 15
10 million, 15 million, or 20 million.
Roughly the amount of people who would.
And these are low and moderate income people who would lose health coverage and become uninsured after the House Republicans' sweeping and draconian health care agenda, if that ultimately becomes law.
Okay. Well, this is definitely not my favorite number, but I'm still going to focus on.
Well, it's ripped from the headlines.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to do that more often. Rip from the headlines, our numbers.
10 million, 15 million, or 20 million. Roughly. Okay. Final guess, I'm going to say, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say 10 million. I'm going to say A is my final answer. I'm going to say roughly about 10 million people will lose their health care coverage if this passes.
The correct answer, the roughly 15 million low and moderate income people would lose health coverage and become uninsured should the House Republicans' sweeping and draconian health care agenda become law.
I really hope this doesn't pass.
Well, enjoy the rest of your Monday.
You too, Chad. Happy Monday, everybody. Have a great day.
Matt and Air on air coming up next on 98.9 WXCO.